Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. We are back, and guess what? Nvidia is going to get talked about again. Tomorrow is the elections. I don't know how big of an impact that's going to have, but as you can see, 12 a.m., 13 a.m., we went up to 138. Okay, last week we hit 141, 142. Like, I can see I can see Nvidia staying consistent. I mean, once Nvidia stays consistent, you see a few weeks of Nvidia just being, just being able to fluctuate in a certain margin, right? So right here, October 8th. Okay, I told you guys we start this month off pretty well, right? I sold at 130, but since then, the only time we saw 130 was October 15th. So after about 7-8 days, right? And since then, the lowest has been 133. Okay, this is a good month for Nvidia. Okay, October was a good month for Nvidia. November has just started. Okay, and we start November off pretty high as well. Okay, we start at 135, 130, 130 highs. Now, how long is this going to be? I'll give it till about November 15th. Okay, I think we're gonna go up to like 145, 146, 147, right? But I really want us to draw back towards the end of the month. Okay, we cannot, like, okay, it's been about a month and a half now that we've been up here. Okay, we've seen the highs. Nvidia set a new high, and we saw how it rebounded after that. Okay, so around here, okay, around September, we were pretty low. Okay, September 6th, we started off at 107. Compare that to what we started off in October. Okay, 107 compared to like 125, that's a big difference. Then compare the start of September, October, and then compare it to November. So 107, 125, and 136. What does that tell you about Nvidia? We have consistently been on a rise, right? But what I need personally is the same old plan I had before, before I sold and after I sold. I want 120 lows. Why do I want 120 lows? So I can maximize my profit. All right, I didn't maximize my profit last time because my average cost, my position in Nvidia was $124, and I sold at 130. My goal was to sell at 130. Okay, I wish my position was at least 117, 118. Okay, so if I can get 120 lows, let's say I get in at 120, 120.10, 119. That's great. What is it gonna take? It's gonna take patience. Okay, stocks don't stay up forever, guys. All right, this is one thing that I have learned from the months and months I've been investing. Stocks do not stay up for long. You have to learn patterns. You have to know what month the stock is on. This month, the stock is on. All right, it looks on. It looks consistent. We are the 4th day into the month, and we have maintained pretty well. Okay, I'll give it another week, and if in another week, if we're still 130 highs or 140 lows, okay, let's aim for November 14th then, and just let this month ride out. This month is not for the buyers as of right now. Keep that in mind. You do not want to buy it right now. This is kind of like the medium to peak of the stock. You do not want to buy right now. You want to wait it out. Let your patience be rewarded next month or even January. Okay, no rush. Okay, now making sure I don't panic buy. Now, making sure not to panic buy. It has to be clear, because if December rolls around, okay, last year, 2023, okay, I bought the stock in December. Now I did a lot of studying, a lot of analysis on what the stock did around December all the way till May. And December to May for Nvidia was great last year. Let me tell you guys, I got in at $15 last year, okay, and I kept investing, and I maximized my profit and sold finally at May with $70. I believe I made like a $16 gain. Nvidia was at like $400 when I bought it. December 19. You can do your research. You can pull up any investing app right now. I think it was around 400, 490, or 409. I'm not sure, right? But it was under $1,000 last year. Okay, around this time and around December. By May, it was close to $1,000, I think, where it was like 900, 800. So I made some decent money off of it, according to what I had invested. Okay, now for the people who had 1,000, 900, 800, if they had that type of money invested, they would make more money than me, right? But the thing is, December through May, what I'm trying to say was kind of like the peak season. You know, people refer to certain time in warehouses where they get a lot of shifts up as peak season, quote unquote. For this stock, I can name it as the quote unquote peak season because this is where the stock blew up last year, December through May. Now, keep in mind, before October, September was a low season. Okay, it was a low in the sense of where you could have bought at 107, 102, 108. This was great, but right now you shouldn't go all in right now, or you shouldn't be able to buy at 138 or 130. Yeah, 139, 138. It is not a good time to buy. But wait patiently. But we may or may not blow up in December. I'm hoping we don't, because I want to get in and get some profit. Okay, so just making sure I don't panic buy, realizing December to May is where Nvidia is shined last year. Okay, 120 low and sell at 150 is my main plan. I've talked about that. 148 can hit. We have maintained 135, 138. I mean, no pressure. If we hit 140s again, 145s, I'm not tripping about that. I mean, the stock has been doing great. Okay, it's pretty consistent. Ended at 136 today. You know, it went up to 138. So pretty good. And then elections can have a big impact. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but the game is all between demanders and suppliers. How people react. Elections is tomorrow. We can see how the stock responds to it. I would love to make a video on that as well. I believe it or not, people can buy certain stocks near elections. All it takes is one word out of a certain person's mouth, and people start doing crazy things. Like you've seen what people did with a YouTuber, Roaring Kitty, or certain people post stocks on Discord and people start pumping and dumping stocks. Like, stuff like that happens, guys. We don't know what's going to be mentioned tomorrow, right? If they mention the stock market, they mention something like that, what are people going to do? They're going to buy big names, big stock names, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. Because remember, Nvidia was in front of Microsoft and Apple at one point. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just be patient. This is my plan for Nvidia. I'm going strong. I'm the same way. Just keep these things in mind. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Get ready for tomorrow.